My name is Yolanda. I'm 26 years old. I'm from Spain and I came to England 3 years and a half ago. I was au pair in Kenilworth during 1 year and a half.
I'm Ilaria. I'm from Italy. At the moment I live in UK and I'm 23 years old. I came here to start my au pair experience in 2014. And I've been with the family for 1 year and a half.
My name is Iker. I'm from the Basque Country, a small region near the Pyrenees, and I'm 33 years old. I was working as au pair for 1 year and a half, and now I'm working as teaching assistant in a school of Leamington.
I am Deborah. I'm 22 in August. And I'm from Italy. I'm from Naples. I worked as au pair for 1 year in a beautiful family.
I'm Kieran Sahota.
My name is Dante Sahota, and his name is Hammer.
And Dante was 4 just this weekend. And this is?
Annie Sahota.
And how old are you?
6.
And I'm Sean Sahota, who is 9.
Mine is Jack Sahota.
Who is?
I decided to come to England and be an au pair basically because I couldn't find any job in Spain.
Yeah, that's why I decided just to have a challenge to see, okay, let's see what I can do for my life.
So I just decided to come here, learn English, live a new experience.
Yeah, of course, I was the best au pair in there.
The thing with au pairs, it's a kind of Russian roulette, because you don't really know the person is coming to like look after your kids. I mean, you can obviously use agencies and stuff and maybe get to know them before.
My name is Maggie Dyer. I'm the owner of the London Au Pair and Nanny Agency. It's an incredibly maturing experience for an au pair to come over here and immerse themselves with a bunch of strangers who they have to treat as family. And I think most of them, they're fine with it, but that depends on the welcome that the family give them. Experienced families who really enjoy their au pairs welcome them with open arms, and the children get excited about meeting the new au pair, and it's fine, but it can be really hard. I never underestimate how difficult it is for someone just to leave their home and to just become part of a family with strangers. But it's daunting, but when it works, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. Friends for life.
Stranger. I think that's...
Well, I think because we'd kind of, after university, we'd both kind of lived in kind of shared houses. I think the concept was was that foreign to us. There's always the adjustment period.
Of course there is. And they're not a stranger for long. I think you're only a stranger for a day.
I think they really, really tried to make me feel comfortable. So even if sometimes you feel weird living with strangers in a house that is not yours, in my experience, it wasn't a problem at all. Really, really quickly, I felt part of the family.
So you basically at the beginning wonder if you can actually do it.
I think our first au pair came over and stayed with us when I was about 8. We had 4 au pairs in total. I have an older brother as well, and I live on a 300-acre farm in Canada. So there was always kind of something to do on the farm. There was a lot of people that were always there, always hanging out.
And like Annie says, she really did see them as a sister.
I really liked having a nanny because they didn't keep me bored. They kept playing with me.
So the idea of someone we didn't know living with us, I don't think was that odd to me. I think I was quite excited about the idea, really. The first thing that comes to mind, she was very adventurous. She was really into her sports, and she was quite a crazy, outgoing girl. She was a lot of fun to be around. She had this image of Britain being a sort of very traditional, sort of old-fashioned, I guess she'd been brought up sort of watching old TV series, things like that. So I think me wearing the school uniform kind of fit into that image she had of me. So she always like making fun of me for that.
They certainly did get on. And the other thing I think was most important, like I said, for them to feel integrated as well and feel as part of the family. I was very mindful of the fact that they had no other family in England, and we were their family.
If you think about that, on my phone, in my contacts, my host mom is Mommy UK. What I have to add then? I think I've been really, really lucky to meet them and to have this kind of feelings with my host family.
You can count on your real family and you can count on them as well. So you become richer, sort of thing.
Seeing her being a mom, I learned the kind of mom I want to be in the future and the kind of relationship I want to have with my kids.
It's a full immersion of another world, another cultures, another traditions.
It was definitely something growing up that was it was a really unique experience. Having kind of these different cultures come into my home. As someone that has traveled quite a bit now, I think kind of that experience of getting to meet people from different cultures was something that really kind of did encourage me to go out and experience the world in a way. So I think it was something that became more important to me than I maybe realized at the young age of 8.
Never felt unequal at all. Like they really would put the effort to involve me in anything they would do. Where like weddings, they would take me there. His mum was like out all the time, like had kind of busy social life, which was completely opposite for me because I didn't manage to get any friends at the beginning.
When things go well and an au pair is a success, it makes me very happy. And I do get very involved if I find that an au pair is unhappy or if they decide to go home. I won't have them on the street. But yes, I feel very responsible.
Well, the truth is I was living in a big house, so I wasn't really living with them. In the interview, they asked me to know that when they were going home after work, they didn't want to talk to me because they were really tired. So from the first time, from the beginning, I understood that they really wanted me to support them when they wasn't at home, but then they wanted me to do my own life.
What was most important from my perspective was that they looked after the children. I know some au pairs have various chores in terms of household chores, but we kept that generally to light duties. It was mainly looking after the children and playing football with the children, of course, and cooking for them, making their breakfast.
I'm making cookies.
And making cookies.
That's delicious.
Yes. And taking them to school and bringing them back.
And
what else did your nanny do for you?
I never know.
She played with us. It was very nice.
And it was really fun.
It was fun, and as you can hear for yourself.
I'm preparing the multi-castle.
Yes, so lots of playing.
All my presents are gone.
Yes, you had lots of presents, but
Mama, I'm not throw them in the bin.
I think you should just interview him, really.
I think I learned a lot of things working as a pair, dealing with children, and doing some houseworks that I wasn't used to do them. I learned ironing. I ironed for the first time when I was an au pair. And my English really improved, so that was my main goal.
My life hasn't changed really after being an au pair. I learned a lot. It was a great experience. I wouldn't change it for anything, but it wasn't what I really wanted to do.
This completely changed. I always say that this where I'm now, the Lemtos Bar, where everything started, is my home. Even if I'm from Naples, and Naples is my home, where it's where my family is. But here in UK, yeah, it's begin another part of my life. Here I feel much more confident with myself.
Yeah, I learn how strong I am, how strong I can be. I mean, I always thought probably I wasn't, I didn't have maybe great self-esteem. But I think after this, I know what I actually can do.
At the time, she was very important, yeah. I mean, she was there every day, obviously lived with us, so she was a big part of my life. And for a 7-year-old, a year is a long time.
It was so devastating every time they left. I was fairly young, and I remember she was leaving, and I didn't really understand why she was leaving because she'd become so part of our family. And I remember my dad drove her to the airport, and I was standing on my front steps with my mom waving goodbye, and I was crying, and I was so upset because they become so much a part of your life, and you never know when you're going to see them again next. So it was nice that we've been able to stay in touch with so many of them.
It was sad. I mean, I remember when she left and she was in the car driving away, my parents bringing her to the airport, I ran after the car, waving her goodbye. So it was emotional, but it was, I don't know, I remember looking at it as it was a happy memory.
Yeah, I will recommend everybody to do it. I think, well, as long as you like kids. If you don't like kids, then just don't do it.
It was the best experience of my life.
Everything we do, we need to enjoy it. Otherwise, it's pointless. It's a short life, and we need to enjoy what we do.
It's so amazing to be able to give someone an opportunity like coming to a new country. Even if they are kind of working, they still kind of get to have that fun experience. So it's definitely something that I'll consider.